for people. I'm going to start off. So this is a real estate video. I'm going to start off just advertising the alliance. So this is actually my old alliance, Nefarious. They are so good. They play the best every single week. Look at this. NFG. They just beat SSD 808, RSP, Yi 60, everybody you can think of, IFT, and look at all the wins. This is an amazing alliance. So that's BOC. Let's look at BOG. Look at that. Practically undefeated. Same teams, same competition. Got Gom in there, the miser, taking him to town, 152 to 94. We'll look at Shalon's here. So this is an opportunity to join an absolutely fantastic alliance. And unfortunately, just one of those things. But, you know, they didn't get the opponents for points, but they finished undefeated. Same as last season, same as the season before. I honestly don't think Nef's lost a Shalon's match in what, like 5 seasons. I think season 1 was their first season on Continent 1, and they lost, like they advanced to the round of 16 or round of 8, which is very impressive for a 1.5-year-old alliance versus 5-year-old alliances. But anyways, this is as good as it gets. This is an alliance as good as anything in the game. Masterful teaching going on. I'll tell you, when I left NEF, one of the things I made sure to do was copy information of how to build generals, how to build cities, things like that, because any information you want in the game is here. So let's take a look at this city, and this is no slouch. This is an opportunity to join one of the best alliances in the game, if not the best, with one of the best keeps, right? Like, this has 18.7 billion power. It's VIP 18, almost VIP 19. It needs work. There's stuff to do in here, but like, what better start do you have than a 20 billion power keep? If we look at the power rankings on the server, it is top 5, 18.7 billion. It is k40. Let's look at where the other buildings are. So we got heading towards T15 on ground. Let's look at the troops. Like, this is a lot. You could just sit there, join rallies, and just accumulate points in Battlefield. Look at these, right? 30 million T11 Siege. Wow. 10 million 12s. Look at this. 10 million all the way down. Let's go to the T1s. 200 million of each. 1.4 billion troops. Speaking of which, joining Battlefield and getting points, every single one of these glories is there. Top 100 in BOG and BOC. This one in particular is so difficult to get, and it's already done. The pink bat wings. Let's look at the different keeps that are available in here. We're right here. So there is, in the collection keep, there is this nice defensive one, the Edinburgh Volcano. And then if we go into the activity, let's see what else we got here. So we got the Treasure of a Boss, and then a few other ones there, the Viking ones. And that's pretty much what you're looking at here with this keep. Let's look at the Military Academy. So it's Military Academy 4. And if we look, it's touching around, starting everything, halfway through, ready to get done, ready to get started. Mounted is all the way down to Military Academy 5, so very deep on mounted. And range is taken all the way till, so range is at the MA2 area, but pretty easy to get up there. It's got 3,000 tactic scrolls, but I'll tell you this, in NEF, you will get 3,000 tactic scrolls per week just joining Ymers. And then whatever you want to spend on top. Obviously, you get a great account like this. So Siege is done very far down, right down to Military Academy 4. So lots of room to improve this. So you'd actually feel like you contributed and did stuff. You don't just walk into a max account, but you walk into basically a massive power account, which is a huge advantage. So we'll look at the dragons here. And so both 40s done there. You can see the BOC dragon. There are no all-star dragons, but let's look at the different refines on them. So Right here on the wall, you have siege attack and then a range attack 20%. Oh, that's a nice one. Hard to turn that down, even though people do like siege, but or mounted horse HP. But when you get a 20, that's tough. These are really nice mounted ones. And let's go over and look at the Celtic Dragon and Fafnir. They're both level 10, and Fafnir is set up for siege, obviously, because you do have the Wonder 3 dragon in here. So lots of room to improve this keep. Let's look at the art treasures, and they are all just about level 2. We'll look at the inventory in a second and see how many there are in there. General Hall, only missing Mehmed. And this is super easy to do. I just explained in another video. All you got to do is King's Path, get that. And then when you go into Art Treasure, you immediately activate this Marching Siege Attack. Basically, you just have to sacrifice and farm for a couple days, and then you complete the King's Path. Let's look at the subs. So Red Sub-City, and look at this. I'm so jealous of this. The Jester. He is awesome. We'll look at him in a second. So the Rome Sub-City, marching ground attack, increased ground troop HP, purple interior city, and then gold and purple Russians with Baldwins to fight off the range. Let's look at the different generals we have here. So we have Leonidas as assistant wall general. We have Dewey as the main general, and he's got a 6-star. We got Hannibal, Simeon. They're all full spec or working on the final spec. Scipio, Napoleon. We'll get into the gear and civ treasures in a second. Undead Earl, nice. Killer keep here. All these Huo Kabangs, very nice. These are so important, and he's so hard to get. I'm jealous. I actually only have one of them. William Marshall. So there are all sorts of different options here. There is Serena. So lots of the generals are here, and you can choose what to do. Nathaniel Greens, Jindiaks. You can see everything here. Baybars, good stuff. Duty officers, Toyoto, Menshikov. Basically, every duty officer you could want. Got a spare of Toyoto so that you can ascend this one. And then sub-city generals. Andrew Jackson, Kanat, bunch of Baldwins, Jester. Look at this guy. Minus 15% all troop attack. Very nice. And if you could get a second of him, I don't know how, but if you get one, there's a Jester event that comes around sometimes. And if you could get one, get that up to basically minus 30 for ground and range attack, the two most important, and then 15 for the others, you're laughing. Nordic Barbarian. So lots of really nice stuff there. Let's look at the civilization equipment that we have here. So 5 out of 6 Plantagenet. And then we got 2 there. We'll look at the scrolls in a minute too. 3, 1. We got choreo bracers, the most important one. And I know there are other choreo gear in the equipment that are scrolls. So we'll take a look in a second and see what else there is in here. Let's go into the inventory. We'll look at the common inventory here just so you see the generals, different fragments that you would have to work with. And right there, premium gear. Let's keep going down here. And there is a purple sub-city you can use. Some more blazons in there. And let's just keep going down. Civ treasures, we'll take a look at those, and there's all your other generals that you have. So Civ treasures are level 2s, and we'll see how close we are once we get into the equipment. So 150,000 refined stones to work on things. Look at all these materials to feed those dragons, or make gear if you want. Basically 1,500 of every single thing that you got, every single type of material. And then there are the choreo boot scrolls, like I said. And then if we go all the way down here, wow. Okay, so just mats. Yeah, nobody likes to do these. I can't continue to do that. That is annoying for both you and me. And you could see all these different, fragments of different gears that you could use. Blazons, there you go. And let's look in the special area. 24 lucky stones, 82 blood of heirs remaining, and This is from Cleopatra's chest event. Yeah, you open those, get some resources. So probably about 20% of the way to level 3 on Civ treasures there. That's what I'm seeing. And if we look here, so these scrolls, so kind of also about 25% of the way to level 2 on art treasure scrolls. There's your tactics scrolls that you'd use, any research stones. The regular academy is completely done. I'll just look at that just to verify in a second. 25,000 almost souls, good march buffs, and basically that is what you're looking at here. Lots of skill books, different things you could do. This is a long time Evony account. And look, I just popped the dragon. So if anybody wants to pop in here quick. Anyways, the description to the video or the owner's information to the video is in there. It's a line ID. And so just a little bit more to do here, mostly the training and then a little bit of the debuff at the end. So that could all be done with the 900,000 research stones that are in there. Get a hold of the person. Wow, lots of speeds. So you could fly through a lot of this stuff. So, Monarch gear. Actually, that is one of the good things about this account. We do have level 10 mounted and range. So forgot to look at that. And then actually some of these can all be moved up to level 9. And there you go. So this is a chance to join an absolute dynamite alliance. I'll say I've played here. I've played in RSP. It's identical. It's an all-star matchup every single week. They are so fast. It's non-stop excitement. And actually one of the best parts is your battlefield's done in about 30 minutes. You either completely demolish the other team or it's kind of a stalemate and that's it. But this is a honestly, truly great alliance. You will love it here. Look at the other keeps in here. You can see just how good this alliance is. Mags right here. I can tell you the only player I know in all of Evony who's as good as him is Singh. In terms of rally setting, the difference between Nef when Mags is there and Mags isn't, like, wow, it's like, okay, so best player in all of Evony wasn't here today. That's why we only won by a little bit. But all sorts of other really good players in here too. You got Noop there and Huntress. As said by Singh in one of his recent videos, best leader in all of Evony. And then there's 13 battle mechanics. He had taught me so much about the game. Very grateful for it. You will learn so much in here. If you have worked really hard and you just want to join a good alliance and you haven't had that experience, this is where it's at. So contact the owner in the description of the video or the line ID that is in the video, and good luck. You will not regret this one. I can promise you that. Like, subscribe, leave a comment.